Super Macho Gamer here, and we have officially entered what would have used to be E3 with Sony releasing a State of Play, and we also got the Switch 2 being released the same time they released their State of Play. I guess they thought they could steal some thunder. Now, I have not watched the State of Play, but unfortunately, I was spoiled a little bit about an announcement during it. So I do know there is a Marvel fighting game made by Arc System Work. I haven't seen anything about it. I'm assuming it's just Dragon Ball Fighter Z, but with Marvel. So essentially Marvel versus Capcom, but I don't know. I'll find out when I watch it. So without further ado, I'm just going to get straight into the Sony State of Play. So let's start. It is kind of funny that Sony thought releasing their State of Play at the same time everyone's getting excited for the Switch 2 being released was a good idea. I know people watched it because they released it early enough in the day, and of course, you gotta make videos on it. I'm doing it. What game is this? I'm assuming it's like Yakuza. It looks like Yakuza. Or Yakuza. Or Like a Dragon, I think it's called now. I have no idea what's going on. I'm pretty sure none of this music's gonna be friendly on YouTube. I feel like I need glow sticks. Kind of looks like it looks like the Tetris Effect or Tetris World game. With the visuals. That it's a VR game. I'm assuming. I guess that was a way of starting the State of Play. It's kind of interesting how all these companies now I feel like they don't know how to start any of these presentations. Like before, they used to always just have their like a big header at the front and the biggest or big reveal of a franchise that people care about released at the end of the presentation. Now you get this, the gimmicky game that, let's be real here, no one really cares about. Like, no one cares about. I'm sorry guys who made the game. Most people don't care about. Is this supposed to be a video game, or is this supposed to be like an actual message about a real life company? Shouldn't be talking about AI right now. AI going rogue and crazy. Who could have thought? Is it really a game about AI going crazy? That's creepy. Looks like a Capcom game, just because it is a Capcom game. I'm assuming it's the RE engine, because little kids have a weird face in RE engine games. Like they always give them super chubby cheeks. It's Death Stranding, but instead of a baby, you have a little girl. Pragmata. Isn't that the game that was like supposed to be a thing but not a thing, but with promises still be a thing? The main character straight up looks like a character from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Straight up looks like the suits in Infinite Warfare. It's real. It was that game. Footage still in development, of course. Okay. I mean, it looked cool enough. What is with these graphics? This looks straight up like a very, not bad, but it straight up looks like a late 2000s, early 2010s YouTube animated video. Like even the voice actors sound like those old videos. It really does sound like it sounds like something from the 2000s, like the mid 2000s, early 2010s, that kind of humor. It also looks like the what was that game? It was like Wanted that came out, God, either last year or the year before on the PS5 that everyone lambasted and hated. It kind of, I mean, it might not play like it, but visually is reminding me of it right now a lot. Oh, it's a Suda 51 game. That all makes sense. So it's gonna have the same humor of Lollipop Chainsaw, and there he is. So it's gonna essentially just be no more heroes, all that. So it is 2000, mid 2000 humor. It's an FBI investigator. I don't know why I'm even trying to figure anything out. It's a Suda game, so it's not gonna make any logical sense. It's just gonna be hopefully just over the top hack and slash, not too repetitive fun. I mean, most of those games kind of get super repetitive after like an hour of playing them. Capture on PS5 Pro. This Fatal Frame, right? It looks like Fatal Frame. It's a Silent Hill F. There you go. It looks like Fatal Frame. I'm just waiting for the camera. So you're a Japanese schoolgirl in Silent Hill. So I'm assuming all you can do is run away. It looked like the Silent Hill 2 remake, just without Silent Hill and without guns. I mean, it looks super gory, like it could be scary. Also looked like it'd be very tedious. Castlevania? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're making a new Castlevania game. Konami's kind of remaking a bunch of games, and any other big IPs is up for grabs. It's always weird when they have characters speak French or other languages just randomly. Did not see it being a Bloodstained sequel. I didn't think Bloodstained warranted enough fanfare for it, because I remember when that game came out, people were happy that it wasn't another Mighty Number 9, but no one seemed too thrilled about it. I know it had a lot of problems at launch. Digimon. Okay. I have zero interest in a Digimon game. It doesn't matter what it's about. I know I've heard of the Digimon story games before, just I don't care. It's Final Fantasy of some kind. Oh, it's Tactics. Never played Final Fantasy Tactics. I know people say it's one of the best Final Fantasy games ever made, and I question whether or not that's actually true, or if it's kind of like Mario RPG and the hype around Geno, and everyone wanting Geno and Smash is like, it just got built up so much from the early days of gaming on YouTube that people automatically just side with it being one of the best Final Fantasy games, if not the best Final Fantasy game ever made. Oh, that's cool. You do get the PlayStation 1 version, and so it's a quote-unquote remaster. So far, honestly, Tactics is probably the big one. I'm curious if it just is the first game or if it has the Game Boy Advance faithful recreation, so it's not the original game, most likely. I'm curious if that means anything they deemed not appropriate in modern society got edited out and changed. Oh god, that's right, I forgot this thing existed. One of the streamer games, as I like to call them. Well, legitimately, this is just a streamer game. There's no reason for a normal person to play this game other than they're making a video of some kind on it, or they're streaming on Twitch, because like, it's not a game. It's more of how much can you bash your head into something until you stop wanting to play it, and why would a normal person want to bash their head until they want to stop playing a game they pay for if they're not making money off of it? I'm not a fan of the art style. I don't know why I don't like how the characters move. Like they had like a forced delay to make them look like origami and paper, and I'm not a fan of, I don't know why, I just don't like the fact that it looks like delayed it's like the FPS is lagging in movement on purpose. Hey, Pac-Man. I mean, it's golf. I'm assuming it's just gonna be golf. They actually do have music from the original NES games, and they sound really good. Honestly, I won't lie, that makes me want to go play the old Ninja Gaiden games, which were brutal, but at least you have the benefit of not running out of lives. Well, continues. You ran out of lives, you just didn't run out of continues. And that game's like right around the corner. I won't lie, I think out of everything shown so far, I'm most excited for Ninja Gaiden. And it's 100% because of nostalgia. They threw in a remix of one of the original Ninja Gaiden songs. I have no idea what this game is, but it looks like mountain climbing the game, and if I want to go mountain climbing, then I'll just go to Yosemite or anywhere in Southern California. There's so many mountains. Okay. Sounds like Ed Boon. So I'm assuming Mortal Kombat, because that looks like the Mortal Kombat font. Mortal Kombat. So it's a Mortal Kombat collection. So what? The first 4 games? Oh, both versions of 3. So I'm assuming they're the arcade versions. Behind the scenes stuff is cool. But is it gonna play like the Street Fighter 30th anniversary, or is it gonna play good? It has a Game Boy version. So it has the arcade, the Super Nintendo, I'm assuming Genesis, and the Game Boy versions of Mortal Kombat. That's pretty cool. Pretty good. It's actually pretty cool. I wonder if the Super Nintendo version, if it is in fact on there, Mortal Kombat 1 has the sweat instead of blood that was actually in the original. Something Sony. An arcade stick. Can it be used on a computer though? Oh, it's Metal Gear Solid. Hell yeah. It looks so good. It looks so good. But this is like, it's cool that they're showing it because we get to see more of the visuals. But we knew this was coming out for a while, so it's like, I'm excited for it, but I'm not excited because it's on the Sony. I do believe this is supposed to be the Sony exclusive mode, is Ape Escape. And then the Xbox is supposed to get a different mode, same with PC. August 28th, that's also right around the corner. I wonder if it's gonna get a Switch 2 version. Okay. Are they bringing over Metal Gear Solid Online? I'm assuming that's what that was supposed to be showing. Never played Metal Gear Solid Online. I know everyone on the PS2, it was either SOCOM 2 or MGS Online that people I know who played. God, that's what Sony should remaster. Remaster SOCOM 2, specifically 2. Bring back the online, use modern graphics, modern controls, and just let it go. You would have so many people who would grab it just out of how much love they had. Just make it essentially a third-person Call of Duty. I mean, no one played that game online tactically. It was just run and gun. What are we watching? Kind of looks like Neo, so I'm assuming it's Neo 3. I never got around to playing Neo 2, and I bought it for the PS4 around COVID. I think it came out like a couple weeks before lockdown happened. Comes out next year. I mean, the Neo franchise, I guess now, is kind of carrying Koei Tecmo, since they kind of gave up on Dead or Alive with 6 not making like any money for them. Is a time limited demo? Hopefully not. Hopefully just like you can play as much as you want. Might have to go check that out later. It's smart to give a demo. I think they given a demo for every Neo game now. It's a VR game, so I'm not excited at all. I'm kind of amazed Sony's still making VR games. I know they should justify that insanely expensive headset. Well, that's cool. It's just a shame whenever they announce a VR game. Thief VR. Thief being in VR makes sense. It's just such a shame that they finally made a new Thief game and it's gonna be considered a failure because it's VR only and no one has a VR headset, so no one's gonna play it. And there goes this franchise again. What in the world are we watching? I'm good. I'll pass. That looks heavily like a game that requires online, and the minute people stop playing it, there's no more game, and people are gonna stop playing it probably within the first month. I still need to get around to playing this. So they're adding, that's cool, they're adding more levels. Oh, they added more levels. They're adding more levels though. So they're re-releasing the controller, but it's supposed to be different? It's cool that they're changing it, so it's supposed to be unique. It's kinda messed up for anyone who bought it the first go around. So far it looks like somebody was heavily inspired by Sea of Thieves and the boat play of Black Flag and wanted to make their own game. Okay, I'm assuming it has multiplayer, which I was gonna say I wonder if it has multiplayer or if it's single player only. I feel like one of the things that hurt a lot of these games is the fact they tried to rely so heavily on the multiplayer aspect. So to get an actual enjoyment from the game, you have to play with more people, which is fine. This looks like Journey. I'm assuming is Journey 2, that old PS3 game. Gonna say it's Journey 2. Anyways, the games rely so heavily on the multiplayer part that it by default hurts how many people are gonna get it, because a lot of people play games alone. I mean, it's shocking, but it's like 30 or 40% of the people who play World of Warcraft play it with other people, which means more than half of the player base of an MMO play the game alone in a single player style. So why would you purposefully make a game focused on multiplayer and co-op or versus if it's not supposed to be like a competitive shooter? And even those don't make it. Look how many first person shooters or competitive shooters of any kind come out and then fail within a couple months because it takes a special kind of game to actually make people want to play it. I feel like we saw this game, now that I think of it, with like the skateboarding or sand surfing, Sword of the Sea. I want to say this was announced before at some previous state of play, but I don't remember. It was announced because she just said a new look. Cool. I never played Journey, so it's a free game. Another co-op game. I get it. Like Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 were technically co-op shooters, and they had a versus mode, but you could play them by yourself perfectly fine. Was it ideal? No, of course not. The AI wasn't completely stupid, but they weren't the greatest in doing anything, but they would still let you play the game. These games don't. You have to play online and with other people, and then they wonder why new games crash and burn if the focus is on online multiplayer. I can't believe they're not already out on the PS5. I'm curious how different they will be compared to the PC release that we got recently. I'm kind of curious if Capcom would release the GameCube versions on the Switch too. Oh, the James Bond game made by the people who make Hitman. Do they have the music though? They made him super young. He looks like he's in his 20s. It honestly right now just looks like a faster paced Hitman. So far, it looks like it's just playing out like a movie, which is a good thing. They missed the opportunity to do the classic James Bond barrel gunshot. Yeah, I need to see more. So far, that like what they showed of gameplay just looked like they took Hitman gameplay and sped it up, tried to make it, I guess more actiony, faster. So it's supposed to be a brand new young James Bond in the beginning of his career. Smart. It's really smart. Started to get excited. They didn't really like, story wise it looks like they're trying to make a movie. They're trying to do their own James Bond movie, but the gameplay once again just looked like faster paced Hitman. And the Hitman games are fun, but they're slow, which works great for how they've always done it, but we'll have to wait and see. And I'm pretty sure this is the Ghost of Tsushima sequel. I'm guessing they're having oh, it's an actual wolf. I thought they were going to be relying on the mystical aspect. I don't even see the point of having it here other than it just to be like, hey, remember this game? We're still making it. Oh, this is the Marvel fighting game by Arc System Works. I can actually see what it is all about. It is super Japanesey. It reminds me of all the Marvel anime movies that they made. God, those were years ago. I mean, it looks super pretty and it's gonna play great. Wow. Star-Lord just looks like Deadpool or Dante from Marvel vs. Capcom. I mean, there's no way some of the characters are not gonna play like they did in Marvel vs. Capcom games. There's absolutely no way that they would not take some of their moves. Storm looks good. You have the X-Men characters. That's a good thing. It means Disney's perfectly okay letting people use 4 versus 4. I wonder if it's 4 versus 4 the single life bar or 4 versus 4 individual. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. That's a title. I don't know if I agree with that title. They should have just called it Marvel Fighting Souls. It looks good. Obviously, I'm not as excited as other people out there, but honestly, I've always liked the Marvel vs. Capcom games. I thought they were fun. Never cared enough to put, or had the money to put that much time into them. And then by the time Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out, I was definitely putting way more time into Call of Duty because I actually got paid for Call of Duty. God, what Call of Duty was that when Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out? Okay, so Arc System Works been working on this for years, which makes sense. Dragon Ball, you know, it actually makes more sense that they've been working on this for a couple years now because of the changes they made to Dragon Ball FighterZ with the, what was it, the last update where they made it to where your fighters had different assists that you could change into. I don't know how I feel about how the characters look. Like Iron Man looks like a Gundam. I mean, it makes sense because they want to take they want their own spin and take. It's like Marvel Rivals, where it's gonna be inspired by comic outfits and characters, but they're gonna be unique, which is just smart. I feel like this is, weirdly enough, their big announcement for this state of play. This is going on very long, and I mean, it sounds like it's a Sony exclusive, which, if Sony's helping footing the bill for this, is it going to come out on PC? It's not coming out on Xbox. We know that for a fact. Sony is Sony. That's a real question. Is this going to get a PC port within the launch time? I know Sony's been porting stuff to PC, but it's a year after it comes out on the PlayStation 5. I kind of want to know if they're going to have music and what kind of music. I honestly don't remember Dragon Ball FighterZ or Fighter Z, however you want to say it, actually had stage music. And all the Marvel vs. Capcom music is solely created by Capcom. It's unique. So I'm kind of curious what they do. Arc System Works normally has great music with Guilty Gear. They're not showing anything of the UI. I don't think they have set an idea. How do I want to say this? I don't think they fully fleshed out whether or not this will be single health bar 4 versus 4, or if it will just be 4 characters with 4 separate health bars fighting each other. Because if the focus is on the assist and teams hopping in and helping out in the middle of a fight, kind of gets defeated if one of your 4 people can get knocked out of the match completely. Unless they make it to where the assist actions continue to happen, you just can't actively control that person, which would be weird. I mean, the music playing right now is any hint of what they're gonna have, should be fine. I am curious. Comes out next year. It does say PC. Okay. PS5 and PC, no PS4. That was their big announcement. I mean, it makes sense as a big announcement. New Marvel fighting game made by Arc System Works. I have no idea why that thing is in there. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So actually, they have most of their big names right here. Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster is cool. Modern way to play it. Hopefully the original or classic version that's gonna be on it is just the PS1 game, unedited, unchanged, just how it was when it came out, and the remaster has any changes because it's fully voiced. Marvel Fighting Souls, as I'm just gonna call it, once again, probably gonna be great. Kind of wish we saw more than just a HUD-less tech demo. Really what it felt like. Even when they showed the creators playing it, it was the same footage that we saw. I mean, Ghost of Yotai, they didn't show anything for it. I'm assuming it's just going to be like Ghost of Tsushima, but James Bond, hopefully when they actually show more gameplay during the summer, we'll get a better idea what it's going to be like. But right now, it just looks like a faster paced Hitman game with driving. Could be good, could be shit. We won't know. Pragmata is a thing. It's real. He looks like he's from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I don't know how to feel about it. Silent Hill. It looked like Silent Hill mixed with Fatal Frame. I'm honestly not that big of a Silent Hill guy. I've never actually played a Silent Hill game, so I'm obviously not the target demographic for that. Neo 3 looked like Neo, but better. Sea of Remnants, I hope is not a co-op focused game, because if it is, I'm not playing it. And if it is a co-op focused game, I'm pretty sure it's gonna fail pretty quickly. And I honestly don't even remember most of the other games announced. Oh, they had the Bloodstained sequel, which I'm still surprised that's just not Castlevania. That'd be the smart thing. We saw Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, or whatever it's called, but that comes out in August. That's right around the corner. We've been seeing footage of that for a while now. I don't know. I guess the state of play was fine. The Luminous Arise game, I don't know why they made that their opening game. That was a bad choice. Almost any other game would have been better. Like, that was all right, I guess. It did what it needed to do. Actually, I don't know if it did what it needed to do. None of these, like, realistically, none of them made me like super excited that I own a PS5 or have a PS5. And what games were shown here, a lot of them are coming out on PC. So once again, it's just like, I don't need a PS5 to play them. Oh well. Well, that was the state of play. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you are still happy you bought a PlayStation 5, and if you didn't buy a PlayStation 5, if you're happy you didn't buy a PlayStation 5. I forgot they had VR games. Those are still a waste of money. I'll catch you guys next time.